Should probably take that out. What's up, you guys? Welcome to my channel. My name is Des. I go by Des B, and you have stumbled across my YouTube channel. That low-key sounded good. I didn't even edit that. Hopefully you're here on purpose, but if you came across this by accident, keep freaking watching because I'm about to drop some tea on you guys and also be able to give you a little lowdown into 2019, what's coming, what's fresh, what's new, and what to look forward to. I'm doing a little bit of a get ready with me today. Highly requested because y'all are always wondering how I get my glowy natural look. So let's jump into the video. You're about to see me ugly in about 5 seconds. Don't click off. All right, guys, so let's just get started with this get ready with me. I'm kind of gonna be spilling a little bit of the beans, telling y'all what's going on, what's new, what's fresh, what's fun, what's not so fun. I just got these little things off of Amazon. They're really cute and really convenient. I've just been like pinning my hair back with them when I do my makeup. Whoa. Yikes. Kind of look like George Washington right now. Anywho, so what I wanted to really talk about first is giving you guys the details about me competing or not. Ooh. First thing that I do though with my face is I put on my concealer. I already prepped my skin with my Tula skincare. I typically wash my face. I use the kefir oil and then I use the aqua infusion gel. I like it. It sets as like a really good base. When I add my makeup, I just kind of like throw it everywhere. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do. I'm using Tarte Shape Tape. This is a matte foundation, so
it's really good.
When it comes to competing and what I've been up to lately, I just recently spilled beans that I'm not competing, and people were like, what? Oh my gosh. I'm here to tell you, yeah, you've heard right. I'm not competing. I am currently hardcore living life, you know? When I was competing last in my pro debut, I was really going hard. You know, I was going super hard. I was finessing. I was killing it. And it was like my pride and my joy. During this time frame, I was living in my hometown. So I was living with my fam and Wyatt was like 4 hours away. So during this time, you would just imagine I was grinding, you know, I had nothing else to do. I just wanted to
go pro.
And I was working really hard to do it. Once I was competing, like honestly, competing was a breeze. Like my prep was so easy. My body was like responding. I had taken a 17-month off season, so my bod was like just ready to go, you know, like it was so recovered and like wanted to cut. Like I hadn't really cut in a while, so my body was just like, dude,
give it to me, like I'm ready.
Therefore, when I was like counting macros and stuff, I was like so dedicated and my calories literally didn't go below 1700. That's like so high for a competitor.
Shoot, I forgot my concealer.
Going in with my concealer now from Tarte. This is also Shape Tape concealer. Put this on my under eyes and then I bake with some setting powder. So when I was done competing, I knew I wanted to compete again. I just like didn't really know when or like what show. And then I figured I would go in the spring and compete. Mostly so that I could compete, keep my pro card or whatever, cut down, and then ultimately be able to reverse diet like into my wedding, you know what I mean? So I would like reverse diet and then cut down just a few more pounds and be perfectly set for my wedding in September. So I was planning on a show in March, like March 23rd and then like the 30th or something like that. So as I got into prep this time, I started prep like right before Thanksgiving. It was very like low-key, but we were starting early so that we could have some buffer zone with like the holidays and all of that. So I was like ready, but also not ready. So I was kind of ready, but not. And immediately like it just didn't feel the same. I was like newly engaged and it was just like all these things were popping up, like all these things that we had to figure out, and I was just like,
OMG, like I'm stressed.
When it came down to it, I just like really had to sit back and be like, do I need to compete? And at that moment I was like, yeah, I do. I want to keep my pro card. Then all of a sudden things took a turn for the worse. I was in the middle of prep And all of a sudden, my body just like wasn't responding. So I was like trying. I was trying and trying. Like we were cutting, and like at this point, I was literally almost eating less food than I was in prep last time. And granted, like my activity levels change, like you grow, your metabolism slows down like literally every year, every single day, like it gets slower and slower. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be hard. I ended up thinking about it and reevaluating like my life, and I was just like,
competing is not for me.
when I look back at my pictures of me competing, it literally makes me sick. And the reason it makes me sick is because at that point in time, I literally didn't think I was skinny enough.
Bruh.
Oh, that's good. I literally thought that I was still fat. So it was really sad of me to think about that, because when I was competing, like I remember looking at myself and not thinking that like I looked good enough yet, and thinking about going back into that mentality like literally killed me, because I was finally at a point when I actually was accepting it again, and I was like, I don't look fat. But then like I already started thinking again like I'm fat, and I was just like a week into prep. And so finally I ended up talking to my coach. I was just like, honey, like this is not for me. I like literally cannot compete. I talked to my fiance about it, and he was like,
Des, if it's not there for you, like don't force it.
ultimately I ended up making the decision like within a week period of it kind of like going south and my body just not responding, to stop prep. I literally was like barely balls deep in, but it was still just like a really huge struggle for me. Sorry, I cannot talk and do my brows at the same time. All right, this is literally gonna have to do. So when you're in prep and you see yourself at such like a low body fat percentage, anything above that point makes you feel so terrible. Even though I was reverse dieting and I was supposed to be adding weight, my lowest stage weight was 116. That was like the lowest I saw the scale. And remind you, there was a few days of like prep, like a day out, where I wasn't stepping on a scale. So I could have easily, and probably was, anywhere between like 114 to 116. Right now, like the body that you're seeing on Instagram and on YouTube, I'm like 136. That's a huge difference in terms of like literally me just putting on fat, maybe a little bit of muscle, but ultimately that all that weight is fat because I needed it back. You know, I was at like 9% body fat, which was like, but also extremely scary. My period was gone for like a year and a half. And so at that point I was just like, yo, like I don't even know what to do. Like this is so terrible. I'm possibly putting myself at risk for not being able to have babies one day, you know? And when I think about like you guys and what you want to see from me, like you don't care to see me shredded. And if you do, like you're literally not here for the right reasons. So when I thought about like my audience and when they relate to me most, it's when I'm not prepping. 90% of you aren't competitors, and like that's fine. But a lot of you guys seek me out for encouragement and positivity in like life events and just loving fitness and loving taking care of yourself and not just like
being shredded all the time.
I just like really wanted to
Just quit.
Here, I'll show you guys something. If I can find it. I might have deleted it. I always delete like all my prep videos because it literally gives me like PTSD. Here is my show day video. So it's not really in focus, but you can see like how skinny I was. Like, did I look great? Absolutely. Like, that's a lot of hard work. And if I were to shred back down, like, yeah, I would look the same. But it was just like, it was not me. Like, I look back at that person and it's almost scary to me because I'm like, some days it makes me feel like gross because I'm like, ew, I'm fat now. Like seriously, that's how it feels. Or it makes me feel sad because that was what I was normalizing. Not on purpose, but like that's what people that came to my page thought was like okay. And like that's not okay. Like that was just so dramatic and so extreme. And I would never want to put people in this like box of them thinking the same way about themselves because they see me a certain way, you know? So right now, like I love that you guys can relate with me and what I look like and know that it's achievable in your own personal journey and not look at me as like this person who you'll never be.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't know if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm going now with my natural palette by Too Faced. This is a contour palette. I'm going to do my cheekbones and my jawline. I just use this little brush. Halo Top Creamery like bought me a brush set for Christmas. And so I've been using it and it works really well. Anywho, that's kind of the tea on like what's going on there. Comment below if you relate, you know? And actually comment below if you like relate to me more as like a human, you know, when I'm like not in prep. Chiseled. Also, like with getting married and stuff, guys, like it's so stressful. There's so much going on. There's so much to do. There's so much to plan. And like with traveling and like my sister's pregnant and all these things, like when I go home and visit, like I don't want to pack meals. Who wants to pack meals on a freaking plane? Like,
Get over it, sis.
not here, you know, not here, not now. It's just not,
This ain't it.
and it's not gonna be it. Although I really respect competitors, like I respect you guys and like who I would consider me now, who actually like just grind every day without a goal. You know what I mean? Like you don't need a goal, dude. Like just go out there and crush it and like enjoy the gym and like, if you want to do cardio one day, like do cardio one day, you know? If you want to not, like don't. I think it's really amazing and yeah, I respect the crap out of you guys. Within wedding planning and stuff, it's been kind of crazy.
Guys, how much highlight is too much highlight?
So far, I have pretty much everything done. I've been using Zola. I was using the knot at first, but truly the knot is so freaking overwhelming. Like, honey, if you're using the knot right now, literally cancel that ish, go over to Zola and thrive because I feel so much less stressed. There's still things that like keep you on point, but it's not like insane and makes you feel like you're failing. For 2019, I kind of want to talk to you guys like about maybe my goals or something. I don't know, would you like that? Okay, yeah, let's talk about it then. My goals for 2019, hold on first. I'm using Shape Your Money Maker by Tarte Cosmetics. I just use this to like contour my nose. I don't know if it's a real thing, but I do it anyway. So for 2019, I really just want to continue to grow my business and like make really great guides. If you guys know, you know, I make my DBFT fit guides and I actually have the opportunity to work with a company that is going to help me make them better and have like actual stuff with it. So like have like videos with it so you guys like know what the frick you're doing, and also having like better marketing and a place for you guys like to log on to the website and freaking crush it and all that. So I'm pretty much going to work with them. I'm not sure. It's kind of scary to like give a little bit of your business to someone because you don't want them to
F it up.
and that's what I'm like really worried about. But I think that it'll be for the best because I really want the best for you guys. And if that means like giving my company like part of my business, if that means giving part of my business to someone to like make content better for you guys, then like I'm gonna do that, you know? So that's kind of the tea for 2019. I'm gonna be having more guides. I'm planning on coming out with an at-home guide, and I'm going to do a, ooh, I wasn't gonna name drop that. So I'm creating a guide called, it's gonna be aimed towards like a bridal boot camp that I want to run, but ultimately it's gonna be for everyone. And it's just gonna be so fun. And I'm really gonna put a lot of work into this one. I'm probably only gonna have like 2 guide releases this year because I want them to be like bomb.com and I want to do like hardcore challenges with them. They're probably going to be priced a little bit higher just because there's going to be like the videos to go with it, tutorial, an online web portal, nutrition. I might even do a meal plan in one of them, like an example meal plan. So they're going to be priced a little bit higher. So
Start saving, sweeties.
not that it's going to be astronomical. You guys know me. I'm here to keep it affordable, fun, and like super fresh for you guys. But when you're putting in a lot more work, like obviously, you know, you have to like, it like costs more. Also, still addicted to White Monsters. I became an Alani nutrition athlete. That was hype. You guys are already supporting me so much. Don't forget, you can use my code DESBY at checkout. Also, Also, this is my new little YouTube corner. Sorry, this video is random. But I tried with this little corner and then I just don't know if it worked. So it's supposed to look like this and like have me in it, but it's like kind of not working out like that. And I got this new tripod and so I don't know. There's supposed to be something here. I think I'm gonna put this picture here. Oh, what do you think? I feel like all I do is talk to myself. Last but not least, I guess the last piece of information I have for you is some upcoming merch releases. So you guys obviously see me wearing my Peace Carbs Jesus. I will be re-releasing these, but I'm also coming out with, bring on the drum roll, some new Team DBFT merch. So you can see, oh girl, look how cute these are. I have crews, hoodies, women's slouchy tanks, hoodies, everything possible. So cute, so fun. I'm really excited for those to come out. So these will be restocked and then the new Team DBFT merch will be there. That's really just like the major T of me like competing, like why I'm not doing it anymore. Literally, I just want to leave you guys on this.
Boys, Jackson Mikey, stop it.
This happens every video. What I really want to like leave you guys with here is just knowing that no matter what you think you're supposed to be doing in your fitness journey, you have to do what's best for you. So if you're a competitor and you don't want to compete anymore, like don't compete. Or if you're someone who's into fitness and you're like,
Oh, should I compete? Like, because everyone else does it.
don't do it just because everyone else is doing it. Competing was definitely a season in my life where like I needed it. It was great. It was perfect. It actually kept me sane at that point in time and where I was in my life. But now I'm on to bigger things. Like I want to be a role model, you know? And for me, I don't feel as if being a competitor puts me on that pedestal of being a role model. Now, by saying like put me on a pedestal, I'm just saying I wouldn't want to be a role model just because I'm a competitor. And I just want that to be reciprocated to you guys so you know where I'm coming from and you know that you can relate to me and like ask me questions, etc. But make sure you guys comment below if you watch these. And if you don't thumb this video up, like I swear I will find you. Just kidding. Not just kidding. Or am I? Hope you guys have an amazing day. Again, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe.
Subscribe.
And I'll see you guys soon.